Hi, my name is Rob Scott, and I want to welcome you to the End Procrastination newsletter. What I want to give you right now are 6 steps that are really useful in ending procrastination. And they're the 6 things that you'll need to do and learn to really get productive. But before I share those with you, I want to just ask you, what is it about procrastination that's so tough, right? What's so bothering about procrastination? Well, for me, in my history, it was really frustrating when I was either really one of 2 ways. There were some days where I had a hard time just getting off the couch to do anything. And there was a feeling of fraudulence, there was a feeling of upset in me when I just couldn't do anything. The bills are piling up, the dishes are piling up, projects at work are piling up, and things are getting worse. It was horrible, right? And then there's also this thing, even when I would at times perform very highly, my life would still get out of balance. It would be too crazy. There'd be too many things going on, right? So in learning to deal with that, I spent a lot of time learning to deal with that, and now as a life coach, I help people overcome that. Let me take you through some steps that might be really helpful in your procrastination. First, you really need to simplify. Okay, in today's world with computers doing what they're doing and all the information that's available to us, phones ringing, people calling for our attention all the time, more and more work demands, life is complex. And in that complexity, if we can take time to really simplify what's most important, simplify the things that we need to do and care about by cutting off extraneous things, that can be really helpful to bring focus and clarity to what we're doing. The second step is we need a clear vision of what we're trying to create. The act of visioning is something that a lot of people don't use, but that we all do. If we're human, we have the capacity to use our frontal lobe and imagine a future. It's very important to set goals, learn how to visualize. If you sign up for my newsletter here, I'm going to share all kinds of tips and tricks on how to simplify, how to set goals, how to have a vision, and do all that. The third thing is motivation. It's really important that we can find a way to self-motivate. It's not enough to just simplify and have a very clear idea of what you want to do, and then even creating a clear vision of what success looks like. It's not enough if you're not motivated to get up and take action on it. You have to want to move and you have to want to do things. So there's actually a science to self-motivation. There's ways to find out what is most motivating to you and how you can apply that to yourself so that you're really fired up and really passionate about what you want to go do with your day. How do you attack these tasks? How do you get things done? The fourth thing are habits. Our whole lives, all of our lives, are made up of habits. We sleep in cycles, we get up and we do certain things. We think we have all these different experiences, but really we eat pretty much the same foods all the time. Sadly, we think the same thoughts all the time. But if we want to make a deep change in our life, what we really have to do is change not just for a little while. If I were to read a book, let's say, for only a week and then never read anything else again, I wouldn't gain that much. If I tried to change my diet and my nutrition for like a week and then I stopped, there's really going to be no gain. If I started going to the gym for a week and then I stopped again, there's really no gain. So the point is that to make a dramatic change, to go from being sitting on the couch not able to get any work done to really massively active, you don't want to only do that for a week. You want to do it consistently and all the time. Well, again, there's a science to how long it takes us to create habits. There's a science and different ways that we can ingrain. How many habits can we build in a certain time? Sign up for my newsletter. I'm going to share all these ideas with you that are really powerful so that you can make dramatic, long-term change in your life. Okay. The next step is literal time management. There are so many books out there on how to manage our time. And a lot of people have made the distinction that it's not really managing time. Again, it's managing self, because we all deal with the same amount of time. But are we getting pulled in too many directions by our friends? Are we allowing distractions and multitasking to pull us all over to where we're not really effective? I have poured over all the books and all the resources that are available in time management and effective work and doing all that stuff, and some of it is great. I have some of my own things that are really meaningful and great. Some of them are really worthless. So what I've done is distilled that down into meaningful time management techniques that are really applicable and immediately usable for people that struggle, especially with procrastination, but anybody who really wants to be deeply productive. Okay, and I said it was 6 steps. Those are 5. The last one is actually kind of an overarching concept. It's really awareness. It's building awareness and getting what a friend of mine named Eben Pagan calls altitude. Getting altitude, or a different perspective on your situation, right? As a life coach, I work with people, and as I sit across from them, we spend time looking at their life from a bird's eye perspective. Get altitude, 40,000 foot view, look at your life. In all these things, in simplifying, in creating a vision, in getting motivated, in creating habits, and in using time management, you need to build this sense of self-awareness. So throughout all the stuff that I'm going to share with you are going to be tips and tricks on how to become more aware, more in control, more powerful, and ultimately, more popular and more successful in your life, because that's really what we're trying to do. We don't want to be controlled by others, not able to do these things. We don't want to be unpopular because we can't get things done. We want to find a way to change our lives and get really, really productive. So what you need to do is sign up right now for this newsletter. It's really easy to get off if you think it's a bother, but I promise you won't. It's going to be deeply meaningful for you. And I really, really thank you for the opportunity to share what I've learned and what's made a deep and lasting difference in my life, and letting me share it with you. Thanks so much, and I hope you sign up now. Bye-bye.